Hi, this is Resilient Ken Lau. Albert Einstein says, wisdom is not a product of schooling, but of a lifetime attempt to acquire it. Lao Tzu, the Chinese philosophy, Lao Tzu say, to attain knowledge, add things every day. To attain wisdom, remove things every day. Okay, so why I'm sharing this because it's related to the second TVC volume 2, right? And it's shared by 15 top Excel experts just last Sunday. And one of the Sifu, Nizam, openly share about how to use Power Query to do this. And let me just show you what it means. If you have a data that arranged in such a way, how can you turn it into this one here, this list, so that you can analyze it with Payroll Table? Maybe at the moment, I think it's pretty hard, right? If you want to do that, you need to do that 2013, and then January is 1, and then there's 1, here is 24, right? You need to do this, and you also need to use the date function. If you know, you can turn year, comma, month, and the day, and you can basically turn into the date. Okay, that's just one completed day 1 on January, right? You have to do it one more time. 2013. And yes, you have function, you can call this down and look at that. Oh, it's 20. If you need to do something like that, or your boss asks you to do something like that, right? In the past, I don't know, right? Maybe past 5 years, past 3 years, past 10 years, right? You no longer need to do this. But it requires to acquire new knowledge. Like what I share here, like what Albert Einstein say. You need to have a lifelong, right? Not just that year, right? Continuously to acquire it. And you must learn with intention, right? With intention, right? If this takes you too much time, right? Or if any process that you do currently with data, right? You take just too much time, right? Please get our consulting services, right? We will help you to save a lot of time. And our professional consulting services will help you save from few hours to few minutes. And I'll show you why. Okay, so you have this data and you load it into the Excel table, and then you convert it to Excel Power Query. Okay, it seems like that. And then what you do is that you select all this here, right click, choose fill, down. That's it. And then next is that you select this 3 value here, go to transform, unpivot others column. We are quite close to this. And then we can give a name, change to day. This one I can change it to month name. Okay, quarter is no longer needed. We can later use it, so we can just remove it. right? Removing, right? Remember what Lao Tzu say, right? To attain wisdom, remove things every day. Yeah. So then next is that this is the head count, right? Change it to head count. Okay, so once you done this, you can go to here. We just load it temporarily to the connection, right? So we load this to temporary connection, click OK. And next thing we need to do is we need to create a table like this. And I have actually already loaded into table, right? But I just do one more time, right? Just click on the table design. We have this months convert, right? We have this thing. So I give that a name already. Just put the table convert to. So I have this data here, and then I have this table that I just created. So I want to do something like, if it's January, it should be 1, so that I can convert this, right? This is text, right? We can't combine year 2031 January 1 into a date. At least I don't know yet, right? So we need to make use of this. Now, it used to be taking using a VLOOKUP or so on, right? But then now with the Power Pivot, you can just easily done it with just merge query. So I'm clicking merge query, and I have this one. And I go to the merge query, it's over here. So select these two, and select counter, right? Everything from the first table, which is the one on the top here, and matching the second, right? So if it's generally matching this one, so it take the value from the one, right? If this is generally all this here, okay. But if I have a month name that is from another space, right? Another alien company, right? So we have January to December, but maybe they have something like X month, right? XYZ month. So then the XYZ month will not be matched because it's everything from the first column. So click OK, and now you have this, and go to here, change, check this, go number month, click OK, and we rename this to month number. And finally, we drag, rearrange the column. This is not needed. Just right click, refresh. So select this tree, right click, do a merging column, choose custom slash, put it as transaction date, click OK, and if you want to go faster, you go to transform, click on this detect date type. I think we are good to go, right? You can check all this, right? You can use the detect data type, right? I think they will give you the most likely the same, right? Okay, great. So now you go to home, go to close and load, and it is still okay. So what happened is that just now it's a connection, so when you close and load, it will still the same. But you can right click, choose load, and change it to table. You can click on the new worksheet, click OK, and we have this data. So now what you can do is very good. You can use pivot table, you can do slices, new book, just as sitting will do. Click OK here, click OK, and we can use the transaction table, right? I just want to do a counting, right? Total of this account, but if you divide into months, year end, right? That will be this one. And we can do a right click, do a grouping, do month, year, quarters, days, on either, click OK. Alright, you can see that, right? So that's the number of head count, because you want to use pivot table to do this kind of analysis, right? First year, quarter is this one, and this one, right? Quarter this year, that, however. So for any reason you want to know that, right? So isn't that fast? Yeah. So you can also do the this one here. Okay, you can do this adjustment. I think that you can get it already. So you just watch that. Power Query in action. It can really save you a lot of time. Things that do in the past is no longer needed, right? You don't need to do this anymore. You don't need to. It's good that you know you have the basic of this knowledge is good, right? But you don't need to do it every single month repetitively. Your basic knowledge is valuable, right? You can attain this knowledge, but you need to learn a new Power Data tools, which is called Power Query. Okay, so with that, I hope it's helped you to understand that the importance of acquire a new knowledge in this data automation era. Okay, so God bless you. Jesus love you.